to episode 246 of the Badcats podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Peng. I'm joined with HurricaneKaz, PP, Steve, and no Twastell this week. Unfortunately, some scheduling issues, but that's why I got four people on the pod these days. Right? I got three other co-hosts, right?
Odds are at least one of them will be
at
available.
least one. I will say, from the attendance wise, Steve did a little breakdown.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did the math.
Not counting this episode, but the last 10, right? I mean, partially, like, they kind of had to work a little bit around I'm generally pretty flexible, right? But, like, you know, I'm here, so let's not talk about me, right? But outside myself, Kaz 8 for 10 on the attendance in second place. Steve 6 for 10. You know, above 50%.
It's a pass.
And then Tristan 4 for 10. Which, funny enough, I thought
it's a D, Steve.
Dude, I don't know why in my mind I thought Tristan was the second highest attendance.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I don't know why.
I got a
Steve
reputation,
would be the
man.
lowest, and I don't know why I thought Tristan would be slightly above Kaz. But now that I think about it, Kaz, like, the only time she hasn't made it in the past 10 episodes was like when she was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
but I don't know why I thought
was
Tristan
going to be
was
more than Kaz.
Yeah, I don't know why. You know
I
what
don't
it
know
is?
why you would think that.
I know. My apologies. I think it's because there's only been like one or two episodes where it's just me and one person. It's always Tristan.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time it's only
true.
me and one person is one of you two. For some reason, like, yeah, I don't know what happened. So I think that's why, like, it seems like he's here more than he is.
That checks out.
Even Steve said he thought his would be lower.
I don't think.
I thought Steve would be the lowest for some reason, but I don't know why. Maybe just recently because you were out for 2 weeks.
Yeah. I think the only times that it's been just me and you are. I think it was when we interviewed Marto.
Yes, yeah. So we
That
weren't.
was,
It
like,
still
the
wasn't
only
just
time.
me and you. And I don't think I've ever done a just me and Steve.
Nah.
I think I've only done me and
Yeah.
Tristan like 2 or 3 times max.
I was honestly a little worried it might just be you and Steve today because we had a winter storm roll through and like we had one tree that fell already earlier this week. So I was like, oh my God, a tree's going to fall and knock out my power today. But fortunately, that hasn't happened yet.
Glad it hasn't.
So
Yeah.
we're good.
Kaz's attendance.
Yeah. If it crashes in the middle, like, you know what happened.
Yeah. Kaz's stellar attendance is pretty solid. Wait, there was another fun fact you said. Oh
yeah.
yeah. You, Steve and Tristan haven't been on a podcast together since 2025.
That's true.
It's like literally
that is
coverage.
crazy though because that means we're in March.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of March. That's actually
we're
wild.
nearing the end of the first quarter of the year.
Wait. Have you been on any type of calls or anything with them? Or like you haven't even spoken to this guy?
I have not heard his voice.
Damn.
Tristan who?
Yeah.
Is what Steve is asking
This
right
is when
now.
we find out there's actually beef between them. And
We've
when
been
Tristan's
on
like,
board
I can
anyway.
make it. Steve's like, I can't.
Yeah, I actually waited for Tristan to say he wasn't available this week before I was like, this
You
time
were
I'm
the last
free.
person to confirm because I was waiting for everyone but you, and I was like, or I was waiting just for you at that point. So
I had to wait.
and you're like, yeah, just not here. I'll make it.
In your defense, though, Steve was the first to say would like to get Tristan in.
Well, it's easy to say that when he can't show up.
Yeah. You know what this is like? It's like when the teacher's waiting for someone to raise their hand and no one does, and finally someone does, and you see them, you see the person go for it. So I'm like, yeah, I'll throw my hand up too, knowing that there's no way she calls on me because she's already going for the other person, right? It's like, or like you're like, oh, I was going to say that too when like after someone said it, like, were you really?
By the time we have our real Kaz's Corner finale, I'm gonna come up with a whole like game show. It's gonna be a production.
Yeah, it's going to be Who Wants to Be a Millionaire crossover for Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Jen will be on. You know, it's gonna be.
Deal.
It's gonna be like, have you ever seen the show Game Changer, like with Brennan Lee Mulligan and
I've
Sam
seen
Reich?
enough like YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
Maybe I know it. Wait, what's it called? Game Changer?
Game Changer.
Maybe I've seen like pictures of it. I just
It's
don't
gonna be a whole
recognize the name.
production like that. I'm gonna
Game
call those
Changer.
guys and I'm gonna be like, hey.
Whoa, I have not seen this. Wait, why does this
It's
look?
hilarious.
It looks a little bit like a cross between Jeopardy and Price is Right.
It's not like a real game show though. That's like a huge point of contention.
Oh,
Is
it's
that
like a parody?
A little bit.
Well, it's like it is a game show, but it's like improv based, kind of like Whose Line Is It Anyway? You get like a lot of times they're getting prompts and they have to kind of act them out, but like points are also awarded just willy nilly based on whims. So.
It's a similar level of game show to Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, very.
So no one wins money,
Points
right?
don't matter.
No. Points don't matter. But it is great if you haven't seen any of it.
I haven't, but we'll have our own, I'm sure.
Yeah, no.
Kaz Changer. We can work on a different name, you know. Okay.
Final.
Yeah, not final. Okay, we have some events, so let's talk about that first. Water Research Day. So they used to have a water event, right? Or water festival events. Did we have that recently?
Yeah.
Or they just replaced it with a Water Research Day.
It's literally a replay. So it's a research day that already existed. When was the last one?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I mean, I know that it's
it is the season
before.
of memories in motion.
Do you think that's actually the?
They named it. They named this season, and they're basing all the events just off of old ones. They're like, oh, thank God we don't have to come up with anything new.
Well, that is their approach with GBL clubs.
Right.
I saw Mark tweet about that, which I do resonate with. Anyway,
that's another good trivia question. When was the last time we had a new GBL Cup? I mean, other than the championships, like series.
Yeah. That's actually a good question. I'm not sure, but
great question.
Anyway, so Water Research Day. It is Saturday 21st, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. This is upcoming Saturday. Lotad, Phoebus, Clampearl are coming in research, and then in the wild, you may encounter Magikarp, Chinchou, Marini, and more. Yeah, I don't know. Not too much to it. I mean, that's about it. You know.
The only I think somewhat nice. Do you get extra dust for catching Clampearl? Is that a thing?
That sounds like it would, but I actually don't know. Why do I feel like Clampearl's not one of them? Stardust Pokemon Go. I mean,
it's not like in my head as one that is like, oh, look what I've just found. This is awesome.
Yeah, but maybe
only because I know in the main series game sometimes they're carrying the pearl and you can sell that for money, which is kind of the same thing that Paris has with the mushrooms.
Oh, so okay. So this replay Water Research Day is, I think it might be a little bit of a combo deal because there was a Clampearl Day in 2019. There was a Feebas Day in 2019 and a Lotad Day in 2019. So they've just grabbed them all back from, I don't want to say the number of how many years ago it was. But it is quite the replay. But yeah, it's a bit of a 3-in-1 sort of deal, I guess.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Clampearl is just a base 100 Stardust. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. Because I just don't recall it ever being one, but I was like, maybe I just forgot and stuff. But yeah. Because I feel like I would have been more excited to see Clampearl in the past if that was the case. But
again, I'm just taking it back to like main series games where you could sell those pearls.
Yeah, no, I mean, that would make sense.
I gotta buy a lot of clothes in the main series game, so.
Wait, why? Like, they don't...
It's fashion, Caleb.
Oh, I wasn't sure it was like clothes are expensive. That's what you guys spend it on or something.
It seems expensive at first because, like, you know, you're a new kid in a new city and you have to, like, earn all your money. But then, like, once you get the steamroller going, especially in ZA, because, like, the Battle Royale, man, it's so easy to just farm for money.
Are you playing Pokepedia?
No, it's not. I know this is gonna sound really weird, but it's not really my type of game. I've never played Animal Crossing either. I've never played Stardew Valley. Like, I'm not
What about The Sims?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just not that into it. I think what it is I'm a little bit too much of a perfectionist. So if I can't get something exactly right, I will die.
So you don't play Minecraft either, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I could see.
Yeah, I like exploration games. And obviously I like
Breath
Pokemon.
of the Wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I played the crap out of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom.
I guess most traditional Pokemon games
I found
are
all
like
the Korok seeds. That tells you how insane I am.
The Korok seeds?
Yeah, in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you find the little Koroks. Like they have puzzles, different puzzles scattered throughout the map, and each one of them will give you a little seed. And there's 999 of them. I found all of them.
Well done, Kaz.
I literally had like 8 left on the map, and I stayed up like all night trying to figure out where they were.
Are there hints, or like I don't even know how this works?
No, it's just totally random. You just find them out in the wild, and it's different puzzles. Sometimes it's like a little rock formation. Sometimes it's like a little sculpture.
Do they move?
No,
okay.
They stay in the same spot. So you can look up the map online, but there's so many of them that it's hard to keep track of like which ones you've done and which ones you like still need, and to find the areas where you haven't explored enough to find a new one.
Yeah.
No, I love those games. I love exploration games, basically, like things where I can just kind of like run around. I also love the Yoshi games, like the Yoshi's Crafted World. I love those.
If they make a Pokemon MMO, would you play it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. This is different because like a lot more exploration, right? You're not just like in your little home trying to decorate it.
There's a new Yoshi game coming out soon that I'm gonna get and play the crap out of too.
Okay, well that's going to be the research day event. There's really not much else to it, but play if you like.
There's not even any real bonuses.
But I mean it's only 3 hours, I guess. So I shall be in Houston during that time. Okay, we have a Go Memories contest, and I saw a lot of people post this on Twitter, so that's how I first found out about it. But share your Go Memories, #Go Memories, to enter for your chance to win a trip for you and a guest to Pokemon Go Fest 2026. Every trainer has a story to tell. After nearly 10 years of encounters, exploration, and friends in our global Pokemon Go community, we can't wait to hear from you. It's kind of a cool way to get it. Is there only one prize?
No. There's 3. It's like a ticket to Go Fest Tokyo, a ticket to Go Fest Chicago, a ticket to Go Fest Copenhagen.
So this is just like the when you win the trip, right? You're winning the entry to the to the event, right? You're not like they're not paying for
airfare and lodging.
They're paying for your travel and your stay, and they're giving you like a stipend for food and stuff. Like it's actually pretty crazy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's Did any of you enter yet?
Nah.
Not yet, but I will.
The first deadline is March 22nd at 11:59 p.m. PT.
Yeah.
So.
And the deadlines, it's not like for each area, right? They just have. I forget why they have like multiple
for each Go Fest. So like the Tokyo one locks in March 22nd. The Chicago one locks in April 5th. Okay. Does it? I assume you just sort of enter once and you're in the draw for all 3 though. Because
it doesn't. Yeah, does it say that? Because that's what confused me. I think when they first announced this.
Okay, so they said there will be 3 drawing periods, 1 for each event.
So do you have to enter multiple times is the question.
It's only certain countries as well, so I can ignore this actually.
Aww.
Boo. Let's see. The majority of the US, some places you can't. Canada, Mexico, where a purchase may be required. UK, France, Spain, Denmark, the Netherlands, Germany, Japan, Taiwan, and South Korea. That's the list. So if you're not in one of those, forget everything that we're talking about. It's not for you.
You got family in California, right?
They can share their memories.
And the wording makes me think that you can enter multiple times. So because it says there will be 3 drawing periods, 1 for each event. Enter any time from March 10th at 12 a.m. Pacific time to the specified date to qualify for the respective drawing.
Limited to 1 entry per person per platform.
Ah, there we go. Per platform. 1 per
platform. So
you can enter on multiple platforms.
Instagram, TikTok, X.
Okay.
I'm on all 3.
I'm on 2 of the 3. So.
You don't have to get on the other one and make a post.
Nah. You can't pay me to get on TikTok.
But what if they're paying you a flight and a hotel trip and lodging and a free ticket?
Not worth it. Not worth it. I really don't like that.
Okay, what if you knew that if you sign up for TikTok and enter it on TikTok, you have a 25% chance to win it?
Nope.
You still would at
Really?
25? What about 50?
Caleb, what are you
100%?
doing?
You legit wouldn't make a TikTok just for 100% chance of winning?
Okay, Caleb, I'll tell you what. If I was guaranteed to win,
yeah,
then I'd
but
do
what
it.
about what about 25% chance? That's actually pretty good odds.
No,
It's insane.
I don't.
You can delete the TikTok account right after if you don't get chosen. If you're in that 75%,
it's not worth it to me. Hate it.
50%.
I really kind of hate that form of media, like the short form. I feel like it's slowly killing our attention spans and our
it
brains
definitely
and
is.
critical thinking.
Dude,
So
I could spend
I don't want to support it.
I could spend a small fraction of time it takes me to make a full length YouTube video and make a YouTube short, and it gets like 10 times the amount of views. Easy.
Ugh, I hate it.
But like I could just continue just only making like YouTube shorts and TikToks and whatever if I want to. But like I feel like I enjoy making long form content. It just the payoff.
I enjoy consuming long form content more.
Same.
Like I make it a point to actually, like, if I'm scrolling through social media or something and I see an article that I want to read, I've tried to make it like one of my new things that I'm going to sit there and read it. Like I'm going to read it that moment. I'm not going to save it for later. I'm not going to like open some separate tab. Like if I want to read something, I should read it in that moment, because otherwise it's just like goes in one ear out the other,
Oh yeah, you're never getting back to it.
Yeah.
No, 71 like billion tabs later.
Yeah. The long form is good too, because like I'm like, man, I'm about to eat dinner right now. What's there to watch? Oh, a new PPC video. Oh, let's go. I'm eating good tonight. But like if it's a short, that's like I can't even finish my snack in time.
Yeah, you got to keep working at it. Work the scroll.
Yeah, I need to scroll through all these like people reposts and stuff. Anyway, okay, so not sure what to share. Here's some advice. What's your favorite memory of playing Pokemon Go? Tell us about the coolest place you've ever discovered while playing the game. Share a photo of you at events, Go Fest, Community Day, all that stuff. Just a bunch of other things, I guess. Anyway, just something inspired by your favorite Pokemon, outfit, a cupcake, anything. It really just is anything.
Yeah.
Who's your original first partner in Pokemon, which is, official word of saying starter. But I assume most people still have it. Do you two still have yours, or do you transfer it?
No, I got it. It's sitting there at whatever low CP it was at.
Probably 10, I think, right?
Yeah. I think it was 12. I think it was like a little higher IV.
Oh, yeah. I think it was like a bait. I think it's just like everyone's just like 10, 10, 10, I think. I don't know.
Maybe.
But
I don't remember. I actually don't have my very first one. I don't know why.
Ooh,
the very first Pokemon that I have in my collection. Yes, I am safe. Gosh. Time. The very first one I have is actually this Gengar from August 2016. So it's one of the first Pokemon that I caught.
What's the first 100% Pokemon you have?
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo?
Yeah.
Well, it's not the first one you caught, right? But it's the first one you have saved, right?
That's the first hundo that's in my collection.
That's crazy, because Mewtwo didn't come out for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I started, I didn't know what IVs meant, so I almost guaranteed
because you couldn't see them.
Sure, yeah. But eventually we were able to appraise, right? Like I definitely just saved some accidentally because I didn't know, right?
Yeah.
December 18th, 2017.
2017 is well, I guess that's 2017 is not that long.
Yeah, and so when Mewtwo first came out, it was those. What were they? I can't even remember what they're called.
EX-ray pads.
EX raids, right? Yeah. So you would participate in a raid at specific locations, and then you would be awarded like a ticket to participate in a special Mewtwo
in the middle of a workday,
raid.
Usually.
In the middle of a workday. So that's where the story gets
my
good.
lunch
It's
breaks are long.
because the first 2 EX raids that I got invited to, I was a professor, an adjunct professor at the time, and I had class scheduled at that exact time. So I couldn't go to the first one. The second time I got invited and couldn't go, I sent my husband to the location, and I told him, I was like, you're going to meet my friend Parker. He looks like this, and he's going to tell you what to do, and you're going to catch me this Mewtwo. But unfortunately, he did everything.
You didn't have a picture of Parker? You just had to tell him what he looked like?
No, I just had to tell him. Parker's very distinctive. He's got like really long hair and always wears like sunglasses. So it's like you'll know him when you see him.
Okay.
And so they completed the raid, but unfortunately he could not catch the Mewtwo. So the third time I got an EX invite, I was actually able to go myself, and I did manage to catch it. And there were these two older gentlemen there that were playing and talking about like their stats or whatever. Because again, you couldn't see them; you had to like decipher your team leader's like code or whatever. And they were like talking about what the hundo is. I was like, "What was that number?" And they said it to me, and I looked down at my phone. I was like, "Oh," and that's when I realized that was my first hundo ever.
Wow, that is.
Congrats.
Nice.
Those two guys were very salty after I.
Oh, they weren't happy for you?
With them? No, they were very salty about it.
Were they on the same team or different teams? I knew people were pretty.
No, I don't remember. I think it was just because like they thought that I like just didn't know what I was doing or whatever, because I didn't know what the CP was automatically.
Yeah, I'd be like, look at this beginner's luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, where are they now these days, huh? Where are they now? Let's get them on the pod.
Probably still sitting at that coffee shop being salty at that table.
Is Parker still playing?
Yeah, he actually lives outside of Atlanta now, so I meet up with him sometimes here for events.
Yeah, bring him to New Orleans.
He was at the Atlanta Regional, and I didn't know he was going to be there in advance, but he happened to be like in line in front of me, and he turned around and saw me, and I was like, "Hey!"
Wait, did he compete?
No, he was just spectating.
Okay.
He used to do PvP, but he doesn't anymore.
Oh, man, I'm liking Parker more and more now.
All right.
Time to get back in the game. Tell him we're rechanging the PP system. Hopefully.
Yeah, once everyone has the update, I think it'll be a lot easier.
Yeah. My first was actually August 28th that I've saved. 2016. It's a Tauros.
What was it?
Tauros.
Very American.
Regional. That's
yes.
actually, very American.
That's probably why I probably just caught it. Might have been my first or second Tauros. I just saved all my Tauros because I thought they might be like, I don't know why, because trading wasn't even a thing back then actually. But yeah. And the very next one I have is Seeking, which I use for Ultra League.
To this day.
Yeah.
My next hundo wasn't until March of 2018, and it's a while.
What's your first hundo, Steve?
My first was 8 days into playing the game.
What?
I got
smells like a spoofer to me.
Oh my god!
Wait.
Look at that beautiful bird!
Wait. Oh yeah, because you didn't start playing right when it came out, right?
Like 2018.
I was like 8 days in. I was like, how's there Swellow spawning?
Because I'm the freaking goat.
Yeah. Wait, it was 2018.
Too talented for.
Right. Because you didn't have a smartphone when the game first came out, right?
Correct. Well, not one that was good enough. Like it did not run Pokemon Go. It wasn't supported. But you get that on the big jobs.
Yeah. So you were helping those delivery little robots for a couple of years. We'll talk more about that. Anyway, share your favorite Go memories for a potential free trip to Go Fest. That is.
Can we enter this podcast? Like, can we enter as a group?
Yeah, but what if we win? Who goes?
Well, not me because I'm not eligible.
Yeah, it's me and whoever wins the Kaz's Corner.
You know
finale.
what if it's oh right, because wait, you could bring a +1, right?
Yeah, it's for 2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what? Maybe we should go off of whoever's attended more Kaz's the podcast this year.
I'm doing great.
You know? Next thing you know, Chris
that D doesn't look so good now, does it, Steve?
Gonna miss a single week. Well, Steve can't qualify either, so
I'm gonna leave the podcast.
He can be your +1.
Sure.
Oh. Right. Wait. So wait. How does that work? So you can't enter if you're from one of the regions, but you could be a +1 from outside the region, I guess.
Why would they? How would you possibly like disallow that?
Like, I'm trying to think. All right. So the reason behind this is probably some like gambling law kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But So if let's say I win and I bring Steve as my +1, is Niantic allowed to buy the tickets for someone outside of the US?
I reckon that's fine because you have won it. Like the winner is
you
an
won.
American
Steve
guy.
didn't enter. He's just your +1.
Because like they're allowed to pay for a flight from Australia. Like that's I haven't entered a contest.
Like it's just the gambling itself.
Yeah,
that I think is the problem.
That's probably right. All right, I'm back on the podcast. This is
okay.
Yeah, well, that D grade doesn't look so hot on your attendance, does it now, Steve?
But I make up for it with spirit.
That's very true.
Well, we have at least one group photo together from BattleCats, so we'll do that, and then maybe the other photo will just be our photos with Deborah because we're all in that same event.
That's true. Like, can we submit 5 photos? One of all of us and one of each of us with one other person.
Imagine Deborah sees like, wait, hold on, how come I'm not the +1 if I'm in all these photos? Maybe she should be the +1, you know.
I'll add her to my guest list for my Kaz's Corner finale game show.
Or what if Deborah submits a Go Memories is a photo of all of us, and she picks one of us to be her +1? Wow. Anyway, okay. Well, best of luck to anyone that enters in and tries to win. I don't even know what I would enter it. I mean, like, I have photos, you know, but
I know.
Is it like weird to be like, oh, it's like too expected if I just post a bunch of stuff from me at tournaments, right? Like, but like that's like my favorite memories, in my opinion, outside like occasional like Go Fest and stuff. But like, you know, I've had like fun community days in my community and stuff. But like that's just like 2-3 hours, you know, my community, and like that's how it is, right?
I mean, for me, there's so many sort of good things to choose from. Like, I have a hard time narrowing it down to like, oh, what is like, I don't know, like what's the most interesting, what's the most fun, like I don't know. Because like the Mewtwo thing is a funny coincidence. Like the first Go Fest that I went to in 2019 was like sort of a weird wild ride that came together at the last minute. Like,
did you go to the Chicago Worlds like Silph Arena thing?
No, because I wasn't really like I wasn't playing that much PvP then, so I wasn't tuned in to like who to talk to or where to go or anything.
I mean, it was you couldn't even spectate it anyway because it was like they had like tech issues. So, but yeah, I ate a lot of free pizza.
That's the real win.
Yeah, I was sad after my losses, so I just sat there eating pizza, talking to like 2 people. But anyway, okay, let's talk about Go Battle League briefly. We did have Spring Cup, and next up we have Jungle Cup, and
for Great League, right?
Great League. Right. And the Master League, and then we have all open leagues, and then Electric Cup, Fantasy Cup, Spring Cup again.
Oh,
really? We have Spring Cup again in April 14th. See,
the really funny thing is that they're having Spring Cup now, not technically spring yet. They're going to have it again when it is actually spring.
Yeah, okay. It's weird, right? So I actually saw Marshall tweet this out earlier today, saying how like, oh, he hates how like we keep repeating the same cups, right? Which I kind of agree, right? Because like sometimes they just repeat the same ones every season, right? There's always the Summer Cup during summer, always Spring Cup during spring, and stuff like that. Dude, they repeated the same limited meta twice in the same season, which is crazy. Like they're really like, you know, triple dipping here. Wait, hold on. We have a Jungle Cup again as well. Yeah. What is this? We're just recycling through everything. We don't have Electric Cup twice, but we have Spring Cup twice. We have Fantasy Cup twice. We have Jungle Cup twice as well. And then we have some Catch Cup and stuff.
I guess like it's experimenting with something new in that like in the past they've sort of flipped between limited metas being a 1-week thing or a 2-week thing. And so maybe people are getting bored with 2 weeks of it. And so they're trying out, separating it out and seeing if people
2 separate weeks of it. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't like the vibes. So.
I mean, I think it's good. It's not too bad, I guess, if the meta's good, but like you have to kind of make that like it's hard to make that call sometimes like that early on when you're making a schedule, I guess, as a dev. But I mean, I actually kind of, for what it's worth, I actually kind of enjoy Spring Cup, so I don't really mind that we're repeating it. But I also get the frustration when people are like, dude, we haven't had like a new cup in forever. Like at this point, they're like, oh, we got all the seasons covered. We got spring, you know, we got Summer Cup, we got Sunshine Cup, which is pretty much a summer cup, like, all these random things like locked in. Like Halloween Cup's always on Halloween, right? So
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I think setting the bar very low for having at least one new, limited meta each season, I don't think that's too much to ask, you know?
I don't think so
Um
either.
and I would also appreciate them like spreading the love between other leagues as well. Like, I
Didn't you
mean,
hear them, Kaz? Like years ago, they said there were going to be more Ultra League limited metas.
yes, I
Dude, they
do
started
recall
with more
that.
and then now they got rid. Dude, I actually really enjoyed that. Here's the thing too, right? From a grassroots standpoint, it's actually kind of nice to have Ultra League limited metas too, because it encourages
Mhm.
people to build these things. And then when you're looking for a Battle Frontier Ultra League teammates, it's a little bit easier when everyone has like not everyone, but like a lot of you have a Cordelia or a Tentacle
Yeah.
built for Ultra League and all this random stuff, right? Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. But that is kind of the setup there. We do have Catch Cup at the end of the season too. No Mega Master League this season.
Womp womp.
So we won't see Kyogre in Primal Kyogre in full force as a new waterfall, but that's okay. Anyway, that's pretty much going to be that. I think some people have hit veteran already. No one's hit expert yet. Steve commented a funny comment. Well, it wasn't like a funny one. I think you asked for clarity because I hit like platinum in League of Legends, right? You're like, what's the equivalent of this in like Pokemon Go? Which I think is actually a great question, right? Here's the tiers. I mentioned this probably in the past, but some of you might have forgotten or maybe you weren't there. But it's iron, then bronze, then silver, gold, platinum, emerald, diamond, master, grandmaster, challenger. But the proportion, I mean, I think this is probably similar to Go in many respects. It's just we don't really know the data. But I think the proportion is like over like 75+%, I think, of players are in that iron to gold. That's like low, like elo is what it's called. But that's the majority of players, right? A lot of players won't even like hit gold or something or platinum their entire lifetime. And then like, emeralds, platinum, emerald, diamond is like, upper elo. You could probably say diamond's even better, like much better than emerald and platinum. And then the master, grandmaster, and challenger is like a much smaller subset. And then some people are saying like, oh, like, I think I said like, like if we're talking about like the legend equivalents, like challenger, it's like really, really hard, and most people in their lifetime would never even come close to it. But some people are like, oh, well, like I mean, like I would say like, like someone's, I think it was Snuma, he said like, oh, well, you can say like grandmaster and master's also legend, right? In terms of like, they're all like very difficult. But I think a better way of looking at it is challenger in league is like, it's like being it like in terms of difficulty of getting there. I think it's like almost equivalent or even harder than hitting rank 1 in the leaderboard at least 2 times per season. Like that's how hard it is. Like it is like at an actual difficulty level, it's not even close. Like masters, grandmasters, and challengers not even close to like as easy as it is to hit legend in Pokemon Go. But whole different story. But but like the difference between that and like a pro player is crazy. Like a pro player from like North America will go to Korea, which is like the hardest like server, right, to play on, and they'll hit like challenger in like a few days, because like the gap between pro player and like a regular player is usually like pretty massive. It's like they say this in the NBA a lot, where people think like, oh, like I could play better than these NBA players, but like they've like put to test where they'll be like the worst NBA player in the NBA will still stomp on like almost any average person, right? Not even close, right? The skill gap is just so much bigger than it seems, because of like who they play against and stuff too, are just so much better. So anyway, it's a little tidbit facts on some other esports. Well, speaking of esports, let's get into Championship Series, because we had Curitiba this past weekend, and we get another medal for a first place finish for Rargef. Brings them to 5 total championship wins, right?
Yeah.
Or is it regional wins? Was he counting his LEIC, or was
5 regionals?
5 regionals. So then,
fact check.
Okay. So he tweeted about it. Oh, 5-time
He said
regional champion.
regional.
So plus the
Six-time
LAIC,
champ.
6-time champion is crazy.
Oh my
Is there
gosh.
anyone with more first place finishes?
I want to say the
Maybe
answer is
Doombug
yes.
is tied.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to
Yeah,
see Dune and Marto. Oh no, Marto's actually pretty crazy. Actually,
Yeah, Marto.
Yeah,
is
I would say
my-
Dune or Marto.
I know Rise is at 5 on the dot, so he's technically
Yeah.
one less if you're counting the IC
Marto
trophies
has
as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exactly.
Oh, he does. Really? Didn't he win like 5 in like a season or something?
It is a pretty stacked page, but I think he got like that many worlds qualifications, and like top 4ing worlds was one of them, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he won Mexico City. He won Lima, LAIC, Merida, Santiago. Oh, he only won 4 last year?
Dunebug
he
has
won
6.
5. Dunebug has 6?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Rargef and Dunebug are tied.
But then you sort of break the tie with IC, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, in terms of actual, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong,
But
right?
pure stat lines.
I mean,
6 tournaments.
like, yes and no, right? Like, okay, so not to take anything away from Rargef's LAIC win by any means, right? That's pretty ridiculous for me to even like attempt. It is an IC, so typically speaking, you would think an IC is harder, but like, how many people were at that IC compared to like a stacked regional that Doombug's at, right? And also, back then, the ICs were still more regional based, right? Like there were like maybe like 1 or 2 people not from LATAM at LAIC that year. Whereas like in my opinion now, winning an IC is way harder than it was when Rargef won it. But again, nothing to take anything away from Rargef, right? But like the competition, I'll just use myself as an example, right? Me getting second place at Fresno is nothing like Pocket getting second place at Seattle. You know, like the comparison is not like the competition was way less, right? Although LIC that year, I'm sure there's a lot of people, so we're not saying numbers for that one, but they're way less. But even if it was the same amount of people at Seattle, like the skill level of the average player was a lot lower at Fresno than it was at like Seattle, for example, right? So yeah, technically, I also have a second place medal compared to Pocket's second place Seattle medal, but like it's not. I feel like it was easier.
I also have a second place.
See, yeah. Oh shit. Oh, we all on Pocket's level, I guess now.
But yeah, I do hear the skill level has
anyway, I'm not saying like you're wrong, but I'm saying that there could be an argument that just because, I mean, to be fair, also Doombug he won a first place at like
Arlington 2023.
Well, I mean, most of his wins are pretty stacked, to be honest. I was trying to think about his tournaments, but you know, like again, if he's facing all like NA players at a regional and just facing all Latin players at a IC, it's like still like fairly comparable, right? They're just the most stacked players at a region competing against each other, right? Yeah. Whereas ICs now it's like the most stacked players from all regions are facing each other, you know?
Yeah.
You don't get to hide at LAIC and not have to face Pato Man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah. If you win an IC title these days, you had to face Pato Man, right? You had to beat him. So
literally,
it's definitely a lot harder.
When is the last time that someone's won an IC that didn't have to face Pato Man? Well, Pato Man twice, but
it was probably Axon, right? He faced him once, but he did have to face him too.
Wait, he faced him once, but he didn't have to face him?
No, he did have to face him, but he only faced him once. You said face Pato twice.
I don't know, just as in like Pato didn't have to play Pato twice. Because both EUICs, Pato did not play Pato.
Wait, what? I'm like so confused.
Okay, EUIC 2026, Pato Man won an IC without having to face Pato Man.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. No, I was just like confused. Like, why are they fighting Patamon twice? Yeah, I guess the last person to win an IC that didn't have to face Patamon was. It was just
2024. Was it Marto?
Yeah, it was just Marto because Patamon wasn't there. And then the time before that was Well, that was when they're more region based, right? Because it's just Wadaj.
Yeah.
And then Tauntaun. But I don't know if Tauntaun even faced bottom on that one or not. But actually no, I don't think Padma was even at the IC actually. So
Oh really?
Yeah, he did. He wasn't.
Lucky for Tauntaun.
Yeah, I don't think he was at least. He was at the 20. Oh no, he was at the 2024 one though. Wait, no. Yeah, 2024 one.
He beat you. I know he lost to you. You beat him.
Yeah, but I didn't win the IC, so what does that matter? Yeah, I did face him though. Yeah. Maybe I spare some players of having to face Pato. But anyway, all that's to say is a fantastic run from Rargef. And another showdown between him and Zardy. I was actually going to make a graphic on this on the like their match history and stuff, because this is like I don't know, like they faced each other like I think 4 times maybe in grand finals now.
Yeah, well,
it's at least 3.
Drake of you said they've tied up the head-to-head matchup, so it's got to be
2-2 then probably. Yeah. That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, no bracket reset either. Rargef's team was pretty wild. So this is obviously we had a tournament from San Juan, but even larger player base for this one. So maybe even more data to go off of. They're both running Shadow Fortress, which I'm surprised by. I didn't think it'd be that good, but maybe
very popular.
Yeah. So Rargef's team is Shadow Fortress, Wigglytuff, Shadow Altaria, Galarian Corsola. That's pretty wild. Clodsire is also pretty wild, and then a Shadow Politoed. We know the movesets on this, right? He was just running the moveset that gets walled off by Jelson and Azumarill.
Yeah, we'll be on. It's all on Drake of his now.
Yeah. So,
you'd assume Weather Ball Blizzard.
Yeah, it is Weather Ball Ice Beam. Yeah.
Weather Ball Ice Beam.
Yeah. And apparently the Ice Beam variant just like beats like Altaria without baiting, which is kind of nice. It is very anti-Altaria, but at the same time, nothing's that weak to Altaria though. So I don't know. Like this team, it looks like hard to play, but he made it work somehow. And then Zardy's running Cresselia, which is even crazier. I don't know if it's crazy or not. They're all like both teams are like not like hyper meta. Like yeah, there's some meta components to it, like no Jellicent, right? There's like almost no Jellicent anywhere, but I think it's because all the normal types people are scared to use it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, a lot more people started running the Wigglytuff and the like Lickitung just specifically because of the expectation of Jellicent.
Yeah, like wiggling into Jellicent's fine in my opinion. It's a Licky that's like pretty rough, right? But yeah, Garavello Andre ran a Ludicolo 3rd place with a Shelgon. That's definitely Shelgon's highest placement to date, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, yeah.
like maybe first ever top cut. Yeah. Well, there's a Purified Shelgon as well from Rike in 9th. So not a lot of Galarian Moltres. There's 2 Gorgeist in the top 8, which is crazy too. Because why? Oh wait, what? Oh, Desync's running a Golbat? What?
Yeah.
What is happening? And a Tinkaton? I mean, Desync does run like Spice for sure, but like I don't even know like what these Pokemon like. What are he's targeting? I mean, it's crazy. What is this Golbat targeting?
Gorgeist for one.
Gorgeist.
Well, I guess Gorgeist, but like
how many wing attacks to an air cutter?
You kind of need a. Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
it's okay. Okay, Annihilate is definitely a factor, right? So like you have super effective moves for like everything. So that definitely, but like,
oh, and they're not even running Poison Fang. So I was thinking,
Air Gutter, Shadow Ball, Wing Attack. That's it. Yeah.
It's 5-4-5-4 for Air
it
Cutter.
Worked, I guess. Lost to Garavello in the winner's side, and then lost to DVS Daniel on the loser side. But I mean, hey, that's it's still pretty impressive.
Didn't help him versus Ludicolo, apparently.
My guess is maybe the Azumarill is too. No, I don't know. He has a lot of answers to Azumarill. What is it? The Shogun? It's not weight, right? I don't even know. I wish we saw these matches.
Yeah, I wish this was streamed, man. This looks awesome.
I know. This actually does seem really fun. Like, why can't I watch these battles?
For real. But anyway, big congrats to Rargef and Zardy for the top 2 finish and the whole Tudsy org. I mean, they're definitely getting their money's worth in investing in these players for sure. But yeah, that's okay. So 6 titles for Rargef is pretty nuts. Yeah, no one else has anywhere close to these two, right? Well, I mean, it's close, but like, yeah.
Mato and Rise are 1 behind.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else.
Nuts. Yeah.
Oh, how many does Pato actually have wins?
He has like only 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the 2 ICs and then the one regional he won.
Yeah.
But he's got. I mean, I would probably trade his accomplishments. I would probably trade like a 6. I don't know. It's hard to say. Would you trade like would you rather have Rargef's collection or Pato's collection?
Well, I mean, like
because Rargef also got a 3rd at Worlds, right? Like it's not like he hasn't sniffed a Worlds trophy before. It's just not like a a first place finish.
I just feel like Pato Man is undisputedly the best player in the world right now, and so it's sort of like that's pretty sick.
No, 100%. I'm not saying who's trading like skill levels or whatever. Like, I'm just saying like whose hardware would you rather have, right? Whose like medals would you rather have? And like, cause like
have you seen the photo from Lager Gaming? They're like all of the IC trophies like next to each other.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
But we haven't seen Rargef's spread either. He's got 3 international trophies himself.
He has 3?
He has 2 IC ones. He has LEIC the year he won. He got 4th place the year before in 2023, and he also has World's 3rd place. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And then he has 5 first place regional event trophies, plus like I think at least 3 second place finishes. I don't know if he's probably got 3rd or 4th somewhere there too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said about like being the champion, right? Like to win it all, right? Like as much as like getting 2nd place is pretty nice too. Like the record books aren't going to count your 2nd place as much.
I think
because if they do, I'm feeling great too. But I'm not feeling that good. I mean, I'm like old news too, but still, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting question for sure. Because I think Pato's not like stopping anytime soon, right? Like he going like, but like, if he's anything like me, like there are days where I think about him, like, man, if I just did this a little differently, that would have been a 1st place and 2nd place, right? But he's probably thinking about it a little bit more because he's got a lot more of those, right? But or maybe not, I don't know. Anyway, a great performance, and unfortunately one that we cannot see, but we will be able to see the one in Houston this upcoming week.
Yes.
So
and Sevilla. No,
weekend after.
Next weekend, yeah. So just only one tournament this upcoming one too. All right, guess us on the registration numbers for Houston.
What was it last time?
It was like 130 something?
It was like 100 something. It was over 100 last time.
I'm going to just call it a 140 flat.
124.
Oh, just off a little bit, Kaz. It's actually 138.
Oof.
So Steve 2 off.
I thought you were like Kaz was just a little bit off. It was like, bro, I
phrased that
literally right in between the 2 of us.
Admittedly, I phrased that kind of weird, but Steve was closer. It was maximum anticipation, right? It was a surprise that you won, right? Because Steve's like, "Oh, okay, I didn't get close."
I was like, "Oh, dang!"
Registration for LA came out this past week. Take a guess at how many Go players registered already. It's been less than a week.
140 flat. I think it's higher, but I'll lock it.
This is not until May, right? The Houston one's this week.
Yeah.
Just for context. You think 140?
I'm locking it in.
Okay.
I want to say 81.
Kaz sounds a lot closer this time.
138.
85. No, just 4 off. I mean, LA makes sense that there'll probably be a lot more, right, than what we see in Houston and maybe a lot of other places. But it is also later in the year, but I think there's just so many people in the area too, right? So it's easier to get to. But anyway, that's that in terms of the Curitiba stuff. We do have an update on the season schedule things. So let's talk about that because that's actually kind of big. I'm curious what your thoughts are on this too, but essentially, So for VG, for the video game series, I don't know how long they've had this for, but they don't host locals in the months of June. So in the month of June, there's no locals, period, right?
Yep.
It's just NEIC, usually PJCS, and that's it. No
and
more
there's
locals.
A regional in Europe this year.
Oh, there is. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think there's been like a late regional. Like I think Fresno is also in June, actually, in hindsight, if I recall correctly.
Like years ago?
Yeah, like 2023. Like the only year we had Fresno. Yeah, I think that was also one. Or I don't know. Why do I get the sense that NAIC was in July that year? Maybe not. Maybe I'm
2022 might be the case because that was a delayed year.
Yeah. Anyway, but at least since locals have been back, to my knowledge, VG does not have locals at all in the months of July and August, right? So no one gets locals in June, but in July and August in the past, there's locals for Go and TCG, and those locals give you championship points that help you qualify for next year's Worlds, right? So you essentially like start off the season like right off the bat after NSC. Well, this came out literally today on the 16th of March, but there's an article on Pokemon.com saying that they're changing it so that now there's an off season for both Go and TCG as well. So complete in sync with the VG schedule, where nothing in June again, and then in July and August, they're still hosting locals, but you don't get championship points out of it.
As far as I'm concerned, there are no locals.
Yeah. So you will get certain rewards for it. For example, you get if you're like a TCG player, there's playmats with like Chikorita, Toadal, and Tepig. For Pokemon Champions, there's a notebook showcasing epic Pokemon Champions key art. And then for Pokemon Go, you get a notebook stylized with Team Instinct, Mystic, and Valor colors and logos for Pokemon Go event winners. What are the thoughts on this change?
If I'm being honest, and I know like this is a very just for my personal circumstances, I'm stoked because that's just like a 3-month period that I'd have no pressure to travel to Sydney for locals.
Oh, I did not realize that's what you were going to say, but okay. I thought you were taking that a whole different route. Wait, but what do you mean? But then you have to still travel to Sydney later, right?
Yeah, but that's later. Like it's just a 3 months off of like it takes up my weekends, man. It's a lot of time.
But don't you have to spend more weekends essentially in the end, or the same amount of weekends later to like try to max out your locals anyway?
There's no like there are only so many locals that we have, and it's sort of whether I can attend it or not, I'll attend or not. I'm not really.
So then wouldn't you just lose out on opportunities to even get local points?
Yeah, that's fine. Like,
well, so if this was the same, if this was the same system continue and this wasn't introduced, can't you just take the summer off and not go to Sydney if you don't want to?
Yeah, but there's the FOMO and the pressure, right? There's the it's the opportunity, and if everyone else can't have it, then I don't have to feel bad about me not going. You know? There's
yeah. Forget what's good for the better of the community. What's good for Steve is what's better for Steve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, this is from a Steve-centric position. Fair enough. I don't mind it, but in general, I think it's kind of fine. Like, it's.
I think it's fine. I don't know about the whole fact. Okay, I don't know how it'll go for TCG, right? But for Go, I don't know if people are going to travel all the way to because a lot of locals are not that close, right? I'm in a big city, and even for me, like I went to locals yesterday, it was like almost 2 hours round trip, back and forth to go to it, right? And that's like one of the closer locals to me, right? And I know some people they had travel, like you, right? You had to go all to Sydney, right? So I think it will unfortunately kind of kill the local scene in the summers because, like, I'm sure some people will go. I don't think a lot of people will. Especially, okay, I can only speak for myself, right? But I feel like if it was me, well, if I really want to do practice, right, I'll just play in like a practice tournament, right? An Adequance one or like a Flash tournament for everyone or like whatever. Anyone hosting Flash practice tournaments online. Because one, the competition will probably be stronger, right? Because like you have people from all around playing it. Two, it's easier because if I'm not doing well, I can just drop out or I can just play it out from the comfort of my couch, like whatever, right? But like it's not easy. It's not like that easy to necessarily go to every local and like you have to spend gas money at a minimum, right? And I guess there probably will be some type of registration fee too, right? They're probably not hosting these for free. So and you might not even win anything. But even if you win, you get a. I looked at it. The notebook is of the 3 things they give you. This is by far the worst in my opinion. The playmat looks pretty cool, dude. The Pokemon Champions thing. What I don't know. What is that poster? What is that again?
It's another notebook.
Dude, that notebook looks so. Just give me that notebook. I don't even want the Instinct Mystic Valor ones. I don't know. Like that notebook looks so much cooler.
It definitely does look less when it's right up against the other notebooks.
Yeah. Okay, it does.
Because if I didn't know and they just handed that to me, I'd be like, okay, cool.
I'll take that. Yeah.
But now I know.
Yeah, I'll use that for Pokemon Go, like note taking for tournaments.
Maybe we're just on a different page. Because in my head, like with this change, Sydney is going to host so many less locals. Like there might be one a month, maybe, and I kind of doubt that it'll get much attendance. Like
they can only host. I think they can only host 2 as well during the break. So
I mean, June is canceled.
So you just like so you go host 1 a month, right?
Yeah, I was assuming they just won't, because like really all of the stores in Sydney are sort of like hosting it for us. They're not like hosting it independent of us. Like we're in conversation with them to like say, oh, this is the date that makes sense. So they just like won't host them. So it's sort of I guess it's a different scenario to what I'm envisioning for you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what my stores will do. Well, because some of my stores are like we're very tight with the local organizer, and they'll like try to work around schedule. Like when's a good time, blah blah blah, right? And if he finds out that no one's really going to go, yeah, they might also not host too, you know. Yeah. But there's some stores are like newer to see where they don't really care about building relationships. They'll just host it, and if no one shows, no one shows, right? But they'll still like put it on the calendar. But a lot of the stores like these days, because again, it's like the same like group of people that go, so they know us pretty well too, right? Like we know like our organizers pretty well, so like, and they're sometimes different ones for different card shops, but like they're pretty friendly at this point too. And I could see the general thought process behind it. Me personally, I'm not a huge fan. I know a lot of people. I don't have kids, right? But like for people with kids or people that are kids, this is their summer break too, so they have more time to go to locals during this time, right? To get rid of this as the only time period is like kind of tough, right? And you know, and also like I get it. Some people are like, oh, you know, it's like a good way to have a break from the game and stuff, but like let people make that decision. I feel like if people want to break from the game in the summer, they could just take a break, you know, like you don't have to like remove this as an option. If people don't want to have a break and want to go locals, just maybe just let them go. I don't know. It gives me vibes of, I mean, it's different. It might be different too, right? But it gives me vibes about GBL. You only have 25 sets a day. They're like, we don't want you playing too much GBL, right? We want you to go out and stuff, right? It's just, I think like as long as like they're playing responsibly, just let people play how they want to play. It's not like you go to a million locals in one day, right? For the most part, it's just like a once in a weekend kind of thing. Let people just spend their weekend how they want to. No,
I assume that it is not coming from that angle, and it's more of a season-based, like thematic thing almost, where it's like,
yeah,
you could have 260 championship points for the 2027 World Championships before the 2026 World Championships has begun. And maybe there's like some dissonance there, that it's like, is this really what we want to be running?
Yeah, I remember people discussing that dissonance last year when people were trying to like go really hard at early events because they figured the participation would be lower because it's sort of a weird time where we're waiting for the Worlds, but like the new season has already started. You know, so they were kind of counting on less participation.
Do you think that's still a thing these days, though? Because I feel like for at least like this last summer for me, I feel like at least in my community, like a lot of people still went to the summer ones.
I don't know, but what I am saying is that I get what Steve's angle is. Like from an organizational perspective, this sort of streamlines the whole competitive circuit so that it really does like end with Worlds and begin after that.
Yeah. I to be fair, when I first found out that championship points you earn in the summer count towards next year, I was a little confused. I was like, really? I was like, next year hasn't even started yet, but I'm still going, right? Like I'm gonna make the most of it for sure.
Yeah.
Right. No, I get it from a logical standpoint. I think the tough part is you're going to have a lot of dissatisfied players, I think. I mean, some might be very happy with this. So, again, I'm not going to say all players are like this. But I think some, I've already seen on social media, some are quite dissatisfied. Because it's like a good thing that people enjoyed and now you take it away, even if it makes more sense, right? But I don't know. Maybe you could say the same thing about regionals. Like, they've reduced the amount of regionals we have too, right?
Mhm.
Since 2024,
Yeah.
2023 years. And no, 2024. Yeah, 2024 we had more too. And now we just have like pretty much one per month kind of thing, or like every major region has 9, right?
Well, yeah.
Major
Yeah.
region.
So-
And I'm not trying to say that in an insulting way, but Australia is definitely a minor, or like Oceania is definitely a minor region, compared to the other ones in terms of like just the amount of players. And I mean, not my decision. If they want to do 9 Oceania,
Sign me up.
Isn't it? See, by your logic though, isn't it better for them to have less than Oceania, so you don't have the FOMO and pressure to go to all these, like, go to New Zealand all the time, right? Like every other month, right?
I mean, that's why I've got to fly across the world.
Go
to
to Perth
play,
like
man.
more than once a year, like.
Oh,
Wait, they don't have a
bring
Perth tournament at all this year, right? Do they?
Nah, nothing.
Oh man, I see.
All right.
Yeah.
Slander. The slander
Yeah.
has reached the global stage.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
Anyway, I did ask people what their thoughts were. I got a few comments on it. One was a person with TCG background. They said they used to do this, and they used to do this. Interesting. So, they said they used to do this, and it was awful. They gave no extra support before, though. I don't like it because that's when most could actually attend said events. Interesting. I wonder what they mean by they gave no extra support before, though. Like, what's the support? Maybe it's just like.
Does he mean like the notebooks and stuff, or
maybe? Yeah, maybe they just like completely didn't have locals. I don't know, because again, like in the past, like we weren't playing competitively, right? So I don't know. But yeah,
I mean, KJ Demand's also sort of on the similar point where summer used to be great to grind CP with the kids being on summer break. And
yes, yeah. KJ's a Go player. Yeah,
so I guess. I mean, again, this is not going to be in my mindset because this is very US centric. Like, this is not my experience. Like, it's not we've got all this free time in the winter. When
it's your winter too. I forgot.
There's no break here, man.
Wait. I'm actually super confused. How does the school system go in Australia? Is it like
January to December?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like
that's
a year.
Well, I mean, that would make the most logical sense, but I feel like that's not how it works anywhere in the rest of the world, or at least not in the Western world. I feel like.
Well, I mean, I guess everyone's summer off, and summer just happens to be in that start of year.
Well, what about like Southern Latam, like Brazil is like also opposite, right? Like, are they also like off? That's wait, so universities as well in Australia is also January to this. What?
Yeah. Brazil runs from February to December.
The concept of time.
That's interesting. Well, no, because I'm just thinking like, well, this probably doesn't happen very often, but let's say, well, no, it might happen like definitely from the other way around. Let's say you graduate from a school in Australia and you want to go to school in the US.
Yeah.
Then.
Well, a lot of things are semester based, right? Like, it's actually half year chunks.
It is, but the half year starts in like August, right?
Yeah.
For US. So like, it's like you have to let's say if you finish school in December, you can't. I guess you could enroll a semester late into university in the US.
You're going to the halfway mark.
Go to halfway, but that's really hard though if you're a first year student or you're a freshman, right?
It depends on your course.
Yeah. Like, what my guess is, like, if you really want to do that, you probably have to just wait like a whole half year to start school in the US. But interesting. I honestly didn't know that until today. Yeah.
All that to say that this perspective is quite foreign to me, and so it's quite meaningless.
So Worlds for you, it's just like a random.
Yeah, it's just at a random
time. Yeah. For us, it's like like right towards the end of summer before school starts and all those.
Not
things.
Particularly convenient, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair. Interesting. Okay. Well, they do things a little differently down under, I guess, but. Okay, well that's a season schedule thing, and then of course one last thing is they updated a ban list for let us know your thoughts, by the way, about the summer season locals and whatever.
I think it's pretty low key. Like, they've just listed a gazillion legendaries that they accidentally some people can get under 1500.
I'm going to make a YouTube video on this because I was having a discussion with some of my locals yesterday after we played. We just got like lunch together, or it was like a late lunch. But one of our local CTU, he ran an Aegislash,
Yeah.
He just used because he's already like I think maxed on cups, so he used like every Pokemon he had was outside the top 100.
Yeah.
And he actually made like pretty far into top cut actually, but
Nope.
yeah. But anyway, I mean, he's
Someone ban this guy. What the
Dude, he
hell?
just does random stuff. Like he'll be maxed on challenges, and he'll run 6 normals in the challenge afterward, just to mess around and give people free wins, I guess. But he's still trying to win. He's just like he's got like what's that thing called? The mud slapper that evolves from something in the 12-kilometer eggs. It's not Strudel, is it?
Oh,
like
hang on.
ears.
Oh,
It's normal.
no,
It's normal poison.
yeah.
Graphite.
Graphite.
He was like running a freaking Graphite into me, right? In like one of the tournaments. Anyway, long story short, he ran an Aegislash. And so Aegislash is taken off the ban list, probably the most relevant one.
Only relevant one.
Wait, what else was taken off? Was it just
that was it?
Yep.
And then they added a few legendaries. Right.
A bunch of legendaries.
Yeah, it's just like a ball interaction or whatever, just in case like someone spoofed to get the 000 or like got crazy lucky, right? Or whatever, to like actually have a great league eligible one or however else. So a bunch of
Aegislash was removed.
Yeah. But that's the only actual change in reality.
So here's the interesting thing, right? I actually haven't even looked into this yet, but I need to make a video on this because I was like, this could be interesting. Well, some people, like in my locals, they didn't even realize, right? Good players, they didn't even realize that when you throw a Shadow Ball or throw any move from Aegislash, it transforms first into the Blade form, then throws you, even so in Shield form. So you see a Shield form about to throw a move, you should still probably shield it because it's coming from the Blade form, right? 1 second later, which is a different mechanic than we've seen from any other Pokemon, like even Morpeko, right? Morpeko, like it throws the Aura Sphere from the typing it, or the version is then and there, then transforms, right? But here's where, in my mind, it's weird. So you know how Aegislash, it generates energy differently, right? Sword and shield form. So for those that don't know, I don't know why, but maybe it's a way to nerf the shield form because otherwise it may be too strong. They both have Cycle Cut, and Cycle Cut and Air Slash, actually. They both have Air Slash and Cycle Cut. Air Slash and Cycle Cut both generate 9 energy per turn. Or sorry, 9 energy. Yeah, in general. Yeah, not per turn, but 9 energy overall per fast attack. On the shield form, they both generate 6 energy per fast attack. Now, the counts are exactly the same because it's 9 for each, right? So the amount of Air Slash or Cycle Cut. But so to get to Shadow Ball or Gyro Ball, it's 6656 for Blade. It's 9889 for Shield. So riddle me this. I mean, I'll figure it out by the time like this is probably posted because I'll probably do like a little experiment myself. But if Aegislash Shield, right? You're in Shield form when you come out. Let's say you farm up 12 Cycle Cuts. That'll because it's 9889. So you have a Shadow Ball and then some residual energy, right? When you throw that Shadow Ball, that'll consume the 9 Cycle Cuts worth of energy, correct? Right?
I mean, no.
Theoretically, no.
Sure. I mean, sure. Pose your question. The answer.
Okay. I don't know because I never used one, so I actually don't know, right?
I've never used one either.
You throw it, right? So let's say actually that's actually a good question. Does it even consume 9 or not? Right? You throw the Shadow Ball, right? Because it has to consume the 9 because otherwise you can't even throw the Shadow Ball if you're like anywhere below 9, right? You throw the Shadow Ball, consumes 9 out of your 12 Cycle Cuts. You change into Blade form when you're throwing it. Now that you're in Blade form, you had 3 Cycle Cuts left over. Those 3 Cycle Cuts, how do they equate? Is it 3 Cycle Cuts worth, so you're halfway to the next Shadow Ball because it's 6656? Oh wait, no, I think I answered my own question. Or it's actually the energy because it's 3 times 6, right? So you have 18 energy. So then you're, am I doing this right?
Yeah, it's just energy numbers that it has.
Yeah.
So then you're not 3 away from the next Shadow Ball on the Blade form. You're just like this. You're like less than that.
Well, it's not a Blade versus sword thing, to the best of my knowledge. It's just the fact that it's like in the shield form, it's using charging, right? It's like it's not actually using Psycho Cut. It's using nothing. It's using charging. Is like when Axon talks about it, he talks about charging as a fast move.
Yeah, but it's still a psychic move though, right?
Charging.
But it's still a psychic move though, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why
wouldn't it be?
I don't know. Well, then
why would it
just gotta be a flying move, right?
Fast move? I don't know. I guess testing.
Okay, I think I answered my own question though, because what I was thinking was I was thinking about the actual amount of cycle cuts.
Yeah,
what I should be thinking about is the amount of energy it generates. So it's the energy that carries over.
Yeah.
So then it's only let's say if there's 3 cycle cuts left remaining, 3 times 6, 18. It's only carrying 18 energy over to the Aegislash. So the Aegislash on the blade form is not like halfway to the next Shadow Ball. Very strange Pokemon, but I think a video could help clarify that. But again, is it using Cycle Cut and Air Slash, or is it just using some random thing? I assume the typing would be correct, right? Like if I'm, let's say I'm using a Metacham and they're using Air Slash, it should be super effective Air Slash from Shield form, right? And it should be neutral Cycle Cut, right? On the Metacham, right? Yes.
Probably.
Sounds like a good YouTube video.
Yeah.
But I think but because now it's actually eligible in tournaments now, I think it could be good to know that some even top players don't know. Because again, some of the top players in my locals, they didn't realize that the Shadow Ball is coming from the blade form because they don't see it in GBL. I've seen it like once or twice in GBL and Great League, and that's it. So,
it'd be good to know, but I'm looking at the top usage from Curitiba, and it does still look awful.
It still looks like you don't want to bring it.
But those, dude, when you don't have a shield and you're facing that Aegislash, it is scary, man. Like someone's like, "Do you ever run Flash Cannon?" I was like, "Dude, a gyro ball from the blade form, that's going probably one shot most fairies anyways. Like, you probably don't need it ever, maybe against like a Zumro." But I don't know. Interesting. Oh, completely random. But apparently Pogodoms is done with Pokemon Go content creation. Yeah. I didn't read the whole post, but it just came up my feed. Okay, well. Anyway, Aegislash might maybe make appearance. I don't know. Doublade was also one that everyone overhyped a lot, and like it really saw no play into it. Although I will say Joey Can that beat me at Seattle did have a Doublade on his team, and he didn't bring it once, but he did have. Yeah, his team was super weird. He had a Charge Bug.
I beat you once in GBL with it.
Let's focus on the championship series, Kaz.
You don't have to.
I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I mean, I think it could be good at GBL and stuff too.
It's much better as like a GBL Pokemon than a Show 6 Pokemon.
I don't have one built, so I actually don't even know how good it is. It looks scary though. Like the moveset looks scary good, and the pacing's fast, and Shadow Claw's like kind of nasty with stab. I don't know. I mean, I guess like Leaky has play into it too. Maybe it's a non-stab Sacred Sword that really holds it back. I don't know. You are kind of walled by Jelson too, but no one's really running Jelson right now.
Yeah, I don't think that means
Not
anything.
Show 6, it seems like.
Like I feel like Doublade should look kind of good, no? Oh, just to get outpaced by Empoleon, that might be another issue. Just Empoleon is too good of a.
It does win the cap tie with Empoleon, which helps. You do force shields, but
you lose. Oh no, you outpace. What?
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, you don't outpace like to the Sacred Sword. It's the same, but you.
Well, no. Well, it's 5-4-5-4 for Sacred Sword, but it's straight 5s for Empoleon. Yeah.
I thought it was 5s. Straight 5s.
Nah, if you're using Cycle Cuts, 4-4-4 too.
Oh, that's
it's
right.
Even faster. Hey, maybe
maybe I'm just using the wrong.
Throw on the Doublade in Orlando, I guess. Yeah, unless you're using Tackle, then you'll be slower for sure. But maybe we should see some Doublade content. Yeah. Anyway, so that's going to be that for the bans and everything. So be on the lookout for potential. Don't make sure you're not too weak to Aegislash, which I don't think people will be. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised if someone like makes it pretty far in the tournament. I don't think they'll win with one, but hey, I don't know. I didn't think someone would win with the Shadow Gyarados, but look what happened. So. Okay, and then to wrap things up, we got a T topic. And this just came out a few days ago too. But essentially, it was an article on Niantic's AI and how Pokemon Go is giving delivery robots an inch perfect view of the world. So what's the gist of it? Because I didn't read through the full article, but Niantic sold their data to companies.
They're all of that pushing of the AR
Mm-hmm.
is now basically, which is something that like I kind of knew, which is why I never do those AR tasks or any part of the AR in the app or whatever. But it's basically been revealed that all of that data that's been collected has been used to train all these delivery robots that we've started seeing everywhere.
Yeah.
They are all over Atlanta, and they are so
they're all over LA. Well, I don't know if I'm that annoying, but personally, but I was okay. So two things that I learned about recently this past weekend, actually. Well, one, this is not something I learned this past weekend, but just in general, I don't even know how you even get one to deliver stuff to you, because I don't really do delivery often, but the times I've done delivery, it's always like a human. It's never there's never even the option to pick the robots, right? So I guess mostly in the city, and the most times I did delivery was like when I was like visiting someone that was like outside the city, so maybe that's part of it. But anyway, but I see a lot of them. Like if I go outside right now, there'll be a bunch down, like rolling around. The other thing I learned, and this is where this article is kind of interesting, but maybe it's like for the future and stuff, is at least the ones that are in LA, apparently they're not AI. It's controlled by someone like at home on their couch with like a PlayStation controller. Like they're driving it. It's all manual. It's actually human labor. It's just in the form of a robot cart.
Yeah,
and apparently it pays well, so I didn't even know. I was like, really? I was like, I mean, I'm a gamer.
Well,
I can drive some pizza to your door.
Yeah, I'll be sitting here on the podcast.
Actually, the automated cars too are like driven by people in other countries.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Well, to my knowledge, they got to be the ones. Well, actually, I don't know. The ones at LA should be all AI too, like the Waze one. But now that I think about it, what's stopping someone from being at home and driving it? I mean, it seems like way less safe to be driving a full-on car, right, from home. But I don't know. Is it? Now that I think about it, if you like have like glasses that makes it seem like you're driving, like virtually driving, you have a steering wheel in front of you, like, is that really that different than sitting actually behind the wheel in the car? Probably not. Now that I think about it.
No, because there's like so much context when you're actually like on the road. That
yeah,
I think
you can like hear things. I
guess. Yeah. You can hear sirens. You can see other drivers making bad decisions. You know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you have like immersive glasses, you can see it all. Maybe I don't know, but anyway, to my knowledge, those are actually all AI driven, not like human control. But apparently, the food delivery carts, some of them at least in LA and other places, are driven by humans. But okay, so they sell this data over to, I guess, AI companies. Oh, it's Coco in particular. So I've seen a few of the Coco ones. Yeah, some people. So they said, to wrap it up, they said Niantic Spatial says it's coming at the problem from a different angle. Push map making far enough and you'll end up capturing everything. We're not there yet, but we want to be there. I'm very focused on trying to recreate the real world, is what someone from Niantic Spatial, I think, said. Yeah, Brian McClendon, the CTO of Niantic Spatial. Maybe my memory is failing me here, but I could have sworn when people were accusing Niantic of selling their data and all this mapping stuff, I could have sworn they assured us they were not a few years ago. Am I misremembering this?
I feel like that might have been to do with like location data, maybe.
But I thought specifically the AR like pop-in scanning, I'm pretty sure.
I have a vague memory of what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I'm not tripping, right? I could have sworn, like, that's why, like, look, I'm not surprised either. I'm only surprised because I had a faint memory that they explicitly said they were not doing this. But obviously, what they said they weren't doing years ago could also still have changed, right, over time. But
I mean, Sam Altman has said OpenAI won't use ads and they won't do this.
Yeah.
And then eventually they go like,
Netflix used to be like, real love is sharing a Netflix password. Now they don't want people doing it, right? So like people, like things can change, right? For sure, from a company standpoint. But I could have sworn, I don't know. I feel like
I don't even know where to find it. Like, I don't remember when they would have said that thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I could have sworn it was someone like a higher up person that said it, but
yeah.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts down below. I stopped doing the AR pop and scanning thing like a long time ago, so I just like kind of.
I've never done any of it. I usually save one task at the top so that I just don't get them and have to.
Well, your research is actually different too, right?
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna bother. Like,
I'm not saying one's better than the other, but the fact that you even get different research for it is kind of crazy to me. But
I'm sitting on this one from Tampa, Florida, 2022. Like it's just gonna sit there, man.
yeah. Okay. Well, that's something. But we'll wrap it up with some YouTube comments. Because we have some particularly from our co-host that missed being on the podcast, but still has opinions to share. So here we are. Twastell says, biggest problem with an earthquake buff is Zygarde. Otherwise, it might be okay. Also, Glaring Stuff is loose to Altaria now. Yeah, see? And I think that's fair. I think Zygarde, we'll have to look at that one, but I feel like Master League is like so power crept at this point anyway that like Zygarde being a little bit stronger, maybe it's not even that big. And I'm speaking as someone that doesn't have a Zygarde, right? Builds for Ultra League or Master League. I think I'd be okay with that, I think. Because, like, I think, what I'd be very curious about? They make the old Icicle Spear. They bring back Earthquake. So we have Walring at its previous peak power. Swampert at pretty much its peak power, unless you want to revert the Hydro Cannon buffs, which I don't think so. Because I like the nerfs. Because they nerfed Hydro Cannon back in 2019. For some history for you all. It used to be even nuttier than whatever it is now, which I don't even know how. But back then, I didn't really know much about damage values to energy, so like I can't even say what it used to be. But I think it was the damage number that they nerfed. I don't think it was because the energy was raised so fast. But anyway, regardless, Glaring Stunfisk would be as old former power, right? I'd be super curious to see if they have any play still, because I don't think they will. I think they'll have some, maybe in Ultra League, but I don't think in Great League, because I think the power creep is just so strong these days, which is why, in my opinion, it's okay to revert these nerfs. I'm actually very okay with that. And I'm not even a big like Swampert, Glaring Stunfisk like enjoyer, like I'm just thinking about it for like the game, but I don't know. I think it'd be cool, potentially cool to see switch up a bit. But Daniel Oliveira says, a question for PP Josh. Did the regional bonus and spawns change for this season? Is it still dropping TMs from stops? I would assume the answer is no. It's all the same, right? Because you went to San Juan, right?
Yeah. Well, the spawns were like so heavily filled with like it was that event where it was every Pokemon was spawning, and that kind of crammed everything. So like I did see some stuff like a Lapras and like I saw some stuff that felt PvP regional spawn-esque, but it might not have been. So like I don't know.
Yeah.
Hard to say. I feel like there were TMs though.
Okay. Yeah. So again, I wasn't there, right? And maybe someone at Curitiba might have better responses, because obviously like there wasn't as much like events going on, I think, to like overflow the spawns. But one, I feel like if they stopped the TMs, that would have been a problem. Like people would start complaining about it. And two, even the spawns, I feel like some people would say, even though spawns aren't like, they're not like that amazing, but they're still decent, right? Turtonator, right? And Lapras are like pretty rare, so having those is nice. But to answer your question, Daniel, when in terms of like the regional IC world spawns and all that stuff, the spawns and the bonuses are like, in the past, like extra dust. Right now, it's like I think it's still extra dust right now, but it's like you get the TMs from the stops as well, and the spawns. They only change from season to from competitive season to competitive season. So like it changes like in like September, right? But it goes from like September to August of the following year, and then again and again. So even if San Juan didn't happen, I'd probably say the same thing, and it seems like it's unlikely that it has. So the spawns, at least in the past, the regional spawns have never changed in the middle of the year, even outside like GBL seasons, right? Between GBL seasons, it only changes from year to year. So that's why like by the end of the competitive season, usually the spawns feel kind of like meh for many reasons, right? For people that go on to many events, you've already seen this like multiple times. But the other reasons usually because the meta changed so much. Like I don't think Lapras is going to be that relevant, right? It's not that relevant now. It's probably not going to be that relevant in like June, July, August, right? When they're still spawning. But then, by September, they'll do other stuff. So maybe September, they'll be like, oh, we'll have a bunch of Lickitung spawning, right? For Licky Licky. Well, what if they nerf Licky Licky? All of a sudden, like, we get Lickitung back in the pool again, and like, we don't really have anything to do with it. So yeah. But anyway, yeah, that's generally how it is. It has been since the inception of the championship series for Go, since 2022. So there's a possibility they could change it right down the road. And honestly, I wouldn't mind if they changed the spawn pool for between like in the middle of the season, like competitive season, and just like between GPL seasons. But so far, we haven't seen that happen.
Yeah, but they don't want to, like, they just kind of want to do it once.
Yeah.
And they're like, now it's set. We don't have to worry about it,
Look,
right?
At the end of the day, I still appreciate, having that stuff. And again, as someone that goes to a lot of regionals, like, this is less for me. It's more for people that could go only to like 1 or 2 events per year, maybe. Because for them, like, they might be like, yeah, I mean, Turtonator's not that relevant, but I still need XL Turtonator candy, right? I still want to get myself a shiny Turtonator, all the stuff and all that stuff. So. Okay, and then Twastell left another comment. Says it seemed like the legendaries had similar fleet rates to Galarian birds. Most ran after 1 throw, but occasionally got lucky and got a second try. Dude, that's crazy that Martel called a level 50 Moltres Center or other people. Like, how do you do that in 1 try? Tristan also says, I feel like the event was cool in theory, but in practice was a bit lacking. I get they don't want to give away legendaries too easily, but would have been more enjoyable if the catch rate was a tiny bit higher and or the flee rate was a tiny bit lower. Also, the premise behind the event was that almost everything was spawning, but in reality, I saw mostly the same garbage spawns as usual. It was pretty frustrating that some of the cooler and more interesting wild non-legendary spawns were so incredibly rare, they were essentially non-existent. Felt like it was a big advantage to people with scanners and spoofers because they might be able to get Wild Spiritomb, Dondozo, Honedge, Delmise, Crocodile, Judigon, Charcadet, Evos, etc. Whereas without a scanner, you probably weren't even going to see one of those in the entire event. It was a decent event, but had so much potential to be better, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, like I said, too, I mentioned, like, I saw, like, some local posts about, like, 100% Rayquaza. Whoa!
I don't know if you heard that.
I could see, it's not even, I heard that. I could see it. There's a black blob next to your mic.
I looked down and he was just like, hey, what's this thing? And he's, like, purring, rubbing against it.
Hey. Cat purrs are scientifically proven to be able to heal injuries. I think cat's a cat, but apparently maybe to humans too. I don't know.
I mean, it feels good. It feels nice. Like, it makes me feel better. Like, yes, I'm doing something right in this horrible world.
Yes. Okay.
He actually just came out of hiding because he doesn't like the rain and wind.
I see. Well, that's going to do it for us. No.
Are there gen comments?
You gotta hit up your girl, man. Because
Jennifer!
Sure is not. Maybe she's playing a lot of board games these days. Susie Q, where you at? Or Curly Susie? What was it?
Susie Curly Q.
Susie Curly Q. Yeah, I knew I was missing a Curly somewhere, but I wasn't sure what the order was.
We actually have not played Wingspan in like a week.
Yeah, so what's her excuse?
Illegal.
That's totally fine. Anyway, that's going to do it for us. I'm excited to see how the Houston tournament goes. I was like, we're about to wrap up right now, Steve. You need to go.
Steve's like, you don't have to go
next week.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how things go at Houston. But this meta is, I don't know. I have some hope after seeing Rargef and Curitiba and the teams there. Like, there was some spice. Okay, we all know NA's the boring meta region for the most part. Like, there's some. I was just gonna say,
like, maybe we'll see some spice on stream this weekend.
I mean, maybe we're very meta centric compared to other regions, in my opinion, as an NA player. But that's fine. We'll see what happens. I mean, maybe someone will bring a Bastion.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that's super spicy.
Not me. Oh, it is in this meta? It's so bad. Not me.
Yeah.
I would not recommend it, but Master Mihir somehow won it. Oh, Master Mihir's going to Houston.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Because he was in Seattle, and I think he's on like holiday, so he's just like staying here, I think, and he's going to Houston as well. So
nice.
Yeah, he's a slightly harder route than some other people to qualify for Worlds by just winning it all. Well, I guess Pokemon Maker is the same boat, but there's a little bit more people at Houston and Seattle than Australia tournaments. But Yeah, it's still a tough one. Anyway, all right. We will end it here, but we'll catch you all next week. And best of luck to anyone competing in Houston. Until then, peace out. And let us know what your thoughts are on all the random stuff we meant. We talked about a lot of things.
We talked about a lot of random things.
Worth commenting on. But, all right. Bye.